Gooner Fanzine TV. We just got done watching Arsenal 4, Standard Liege 0 at the Emirates. Really exciting game, really fun to watch. 2 goals from Martinelli, Willock, and then at the end, Ceballos. So many goals.
Lose track.
So we're going to do our player ratings now for the game. I tweeted mine out afterwards. We're going to Layth now. First up, Martinez in goal. Very quiet game. I think they had one shot and it went blazing over the bar. But nice distribution from him. I gave him a 7.5. He's really impressed us in Frankfurt, didn't he?
He's done well. You've got to show concentration in those sort of games if you're not particularly involved in the game. And he did. And like you say, his distribution was good. He's obviously Emery's cup keeper now, and he's not let anyone down in the appearances he's made against Frankfurt, which we saw in Germany, obviously, and the 5-0 against Forest in the Carabao Cup last week. So 7.5 was good enough for me.
And he'll be really hoping Arsenal go quite far in the Europa League, won't he? Because it looks like he's going to be stuck with, isn't he?
Absolutely,
deserves it. And then captain Hector Bellerin, first game as captain, solid. I thought his touch was a little bit heavy at times. He was a little bit still on his way back, isn't he? He's probably a little bit behind Tierney in his on his route to the first team, isn't he? I gave him a 7.5. Solid game, isn't it? What did you think?
He does still need minutes, doesn't he? He's not completely match fit. It was great to see him as captain. Great to see him sort of wear into the role, as it were. He showed leadership qualities in the second half, just sticking up for his colleagues. He was an energetic presence up and down the flank. And we're just so excited about having a fit Hector Bellerin back, and he'll be back over the next few weeks and back up to match fitness again. And Arsenal fans got a lot to look forward to with Hector Bellerin. I would have appointed him as Arsenal captain now, but it's a good experience for him in lots of ways, him being captain tonight and obviously playing. So absolutely, all good.
What was your rating for him?
I would have given him probably 7.5, maybe 8, just because he's Hector Bellerin.
Brilliant.
No, 7.5. I think he's spot on with that. So,
And then Mustafi, another clean sheet.
Another clean sheet from Mustafi. It's bonkers, isn't it, really? He is obviously he's becoming a bit of a sort of cup centre half for Emery, really. He obviously played against Forest as well, and he was in Frankfurt as well. I'm pretty sure he played in Frankfurt as well. So no complaints. There was one incident in the second half, when he played a square ball across the box, and it was just such a Mustafi thing to do. But he did get away with it.
He had a few loose passes.
Exactly. But I mean, what did you give him? 7?
I gave 7.
I think that's about right.
I think
really,
when you keep a clean sheet and you're a part of a team that scores 4 goals, and you can't really give them any lower than that. It was a solid game. Didn't have much to deal with.
Absolutely. I mean, we want Arsenal players to do well. We've got no agenda against anyone. I'm not a big fan of Mustafi, but like you say, he's a clean sheet. Arsenal won 4-0. I think 7's fair enough. Yeah, absolutely.
And then his centre-back partner, Rob Holding. Solid game again. What I really noticed from him is that he really looks up when he passes out from the back. When he's deep in the half, and he always looks forward first. That's something really. I mean, Luis does that as well, but sometimes he's a little bit less reliable defensively. And Rob Holding's got a real cool head, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Luis has got the technique to do that. Rob Holding still needs to sort of progress in terms of playing the ball out from the back. But he's absolutely taking everything on board. You can really see that, and he's trying to progress in terms of leading from the back, in terms of pushing the ball forward. So another very, very satisfying night for Rob Holding and fans of Rob Holding and Arsenal fans in general, really.
7.5 for me.
I'll take that, absolutely.
And then the new man, Kieran Tierney.
Fantastic.
Really good.
Fantastic. He looks strong, great touch, great technique, great energy bombing up and down the flanks. Supplemented his more offensive colleagues while looking really solid at the back. There's so much more to come from him as well. He shows a bit of leadership too, strong character. Arsenal fans can be absolutely delighted.
I love the way he takes it inside. He takes a touch with his right foot, brings it inside, blasts past his man. Really, really positive running, and he's just got that running style which just gets the crowd up. And it's just exciting to watch, isn't it? And I think he assisted one of Martinelli's goals with a fantastic cross.
And he doesn't look the strongest either, but he is really powerful. You look at his sort of physique and you think, he's going to get nice off the ball, but maybe all those years in Scotland, he's still only young now, but he's obviously honed his physicality, because he is strong and he's difficult to dislodge off the ball as well. So very excited about him. What did you give him?
I think I gave him an 8.5.
8.5. I'm happy with that. We don't go too high sometimes, but I thought he did well tonight, and like you say, a clean sheet, 4-0 against Standard Liege in the European tie.
Just been so much anticipation about him, literally since there was a massive announced Tierney campaign on Twitter. I remember waiting on the Gooner Twitter account, waiting to do saw a tweet on him saying he'd been signed. I think it was like 48 hours he had to wait. He eventually was signed, and he's still so much anticipation waiting for him to get to the first team. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the Premier League. Next up, Torreira in centre midfield.
Quiet game, really, wasn't
quiet, but I thought he just does not look like the player he was when he first signed, does he? He just looks. It's just a few heavy touches, a few loose tackles. I gave him a 7 because he's part of the midfield, but that won 4-0. But again, in the box, he's dreadful. He's really bad in the box.
He was a really, really good player last year. Certainly for the first 6 months, he's really influential.
Yeah, so exciting. He's getting compared to Kante, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have gone that far yet, but he was influential, and it's a real shame that he's sort of regressed a little bit. Maybe it's just the fact he was in the Copa America, and he's just tired basically, and needs a bit of a break, or needs to. Just get back into playing basically. But
the worrying thing is these are the cup competitions, aren't they? It's in the Premier League he's not looked brilliant, and he's also not looked brilliant in the cup competitions.
Yeah, I mean it's still early doors. I mean it's only his second game in Europe. It's early October. If he's playing like this 2 or 3 months down the line, then I think we will have genuine concerns. He's still easing his way back in from a busy summer on the back of a busy season basically. So you just hope his head hasn't been turned by AC Milan's interest in the summer. I don't think it is. He came out and said it in the summer that he wasn't interested in going there, even though his former manager at Sampdoria is now a manager at AC Milan. But I think it's just a question of getting in the rhythm, playing week in, week out with Arsenal, and hopefully hitting those heights that he had last year, and maybe excelling them as well. So
sort of 7 as well. 6.5?
Yeah, 6.5 I would give really.
Probably, And then Ceballos sort of came into the game. I thought he's first half sort of didn't show too much, but then looked really strong. Got a goal after a really nice cross ball, nice little chip from Martinelli. Really nice pass. And he looked good in midfield. Won the ball back well a few times. Nice passing. Ceballos, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have Australia with Paella tonight. I love him. I absolutely love him. He was fantastic.
That song's going round and round my head.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't get it out of my head either. But he's brilliant. I loved him. He dovetailed really well with Martinelli. He looked lively. He showed tenacity to get the goal as well. It wasn't a sort of a Hollywood goal. It was like literally a dirty sort of nudge on the line. And some players may have bottled that in the past, but there was no way he wasn't going to get that goal basically. So that was good to see in terms of his tenacity too. I love him. He just makes things happen. The more games he play, the more he's going to be effective, basically. So Danny Ceballos all day long for me.
He's had some poor games for us, hasn't he? But then in the games he's really shone. Burnley, he was absolutely fantastic. I gave him a 9 in my player ratings that day. He was absolutely fantastic. And tonight he was really good. And there's a pattern there in that Xhaka hasn't been in the side for either of those games.
Well,
and I wonder if he actually benefits from not playing with Xhaka, because Ceballos thrives on really fast build-up, doesn't he? Getting up the pitch fast and moving it forward, and Xhaka does the opposite. So I put a tweet out earlier that Arsenal have been without Xhaka in 3 games this season, and they've scored 11 goals in those games. Granted, it was against Burnley, Forest, and tonight. But still 11 goals, and they look really direct and free-flowing, and I think that suits Ceballos a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Xhaka's quite workmanlike, and he certainly hasn't got the pace to sort of break out of defence. He hasn't got the creativity to move the ball as quickly as you want it to be, and he's just not influential enough to be a real powerhouse in the centre of midfield. So I think that's a really good point, and it'd be interesting to see going forward what Unai Emery does about that, because I don't think you can play both in midfield basically. So it's interesting. But Ceballos played well. I was really, really pleased with him basically. So
And then next up we had Willock, another one of the goal scorers. Again, a really solid game. I really like watching him play. He's got such a nice sort of like stride, hasn't he, when he's on the ball? Nice touches. Just want to see him really in the first team every game now, really.
He's growing into it. He really is. I mean, he obviously, he made an appearance in the Europa League final last year, and he's really kicked on. He's trying to make this competition his own by the looks of it. He certainly started the season well, and there's so much more to come from him as well. So really, he deserved his goal. Good all-round performance, and he deserved his ovation when he was replaced when Guendouzi came on. So he can be proud of his efforts tonight.
What would you give him?
I'd give him 7.5.
I think I went for an 8. But really solid performance. So arguably you could say 7.5, but really solid performance. And then sort of the first sort of low light of the night, really, Maitland-Niles. Disappointing, really. He's been at right back all season so far, and you've got to commend him for filling in that role with Bellerin out. I'm sure Emery's really happy with his work rate in that role. But tonight he rewarded him with a start in the midfield, which he says is his position. You know, he's a much more attacking player. Yeah. He looks sharp at times. He looks fit because obviously he's been playing a lot of games. But he was just disjointed. Didn't really complete many passes, and he nothing really happened down his side until he was replaced by Pepe, who we'll come on to later. Yeah. So I gave him a 5, and you probably could have gone lower, but it's probably. Really
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was interviewed in the programme today. There's a few quotes from him, and he was basically asking Arsenal fans to show a bit of patience in terms of the fact that he isn't a right back and he's been played there, and right midfield is his natural position. I think he has been showing a lot of patience for Arsenal fans. He played in right midfield today, as you said, and he didn't play well. He didn't play well at all. If you look at his performances in Europe last season, the Rennes game, certainly the home game, when Arsenal won 3-0, won comfortably 3-0 as well, and he scored on the back of Arsenal losing 3-1 in Rennes. So Arsenal obviously got through 4-3. That was probably one of his best performances for Arsenal in his career, and that's the level you want him to be at. And he was nowhere near that tonight, and it's a bit worrying, really. Maybe he's just suffering from lack of confidence. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe he's just having a dip because he's a young player. His last Arsenal
performance, he was sent off in the first half, wasn't he? So against Aston Villa. So, but despite him looking about 35, he's still very young. So,
I think he's 21, 22. He's obviously had a season at Ipswich a couple of years ago on loan as well. He's quite an experienced lad for his age,
and
that's
very true,
hopefully he'll just use his experience to kick on, basically. But he didn't play well tonight, and he'll know that himself. He'll be his biggest critic. And it was nice to see the Arsenal fans give him a round of applause when he went off. On Twitter it's slightly different, isn't it? But that's always the way. But he'll come again, and it's all good experience basically for Maitland-Niles. But I think 4 or 5. I think that's fair enough.
And then Reiss Nelson, we've watched him for a long time, since his academy days, playing the Premier League too. Seen him really shine there, and I think this was his best performance of the season personally. I rated him an 8. I thought he was really strong, a few times burst down the wing, really nice cross in as well. That's his best performance of the season so far.
I'd agree. I mean, we talked about it in our podcast and various sort of chats and stuff. He didn't play well when he came on at Watford a couple of weeks ago. That was probably one of the worst performances I've seen from him.
He's been worrying this season, hasn't he, actually, a little bit?
Yeah, but we did touch on it after Old Trafford as well, just sort of discussing him. And I think he needs games. He needs to get in the rhythm of playing an English football again after a stop-start season in Germany last year. He just deserves his good rating, obviously.
Fantastic. And then we come on to my man of the match, Martinelli. Absolutely fantastic. He's just got that striker's instinct. Really, surprisingly impressive actually in the last couple of games. He's sort of taken me by surprise personally. He's just got real pace. That run he made in for his header, really nice run, and just saw that opportunity, didn't he? Just burst onto it. Just nice finishes as well. He's really exciting, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I was watching his off the ball movement tonight, and the way he sort of runs into channels and makes things happen. And he always worries the defender. He plays on their sort of shoulder. He's great playing with the ball with his back to goal. He's got good touch, good technique. He's powerful. He's a strong character as well. He's got a lot of confidence, and he's not afraid to be vocal in terms of telling his teammates where he wants the ball, where he thinks they should run. I like him. I like him a lot. Someone tweeted that they sort of reminded him of Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got a long way to go before he gets anywhere near that. But at the same time, if he keeps working hard, he'll be a real prospect for Arsenal. Certainly one to watch, and like you say, he deserved both goals. Could have had a hat-trick as well. He's only inches away from sort of connecting to a sort of a whipped-in cross. But Arsenal fans can be really excited about him.
Both goals, and as I mentioned earlier, an assist for Ceballos. Really nice. He's just so quick in the box. And it's not just his actual pace when he's sprinting. It's how quickly he reacts to stuff. That just scares the life out of defenders.
He's a quick thinker, and not all players are.
Really quick thinker, and it'll be interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, physicality is really important for the Premier League, obviously. And he doesn't look particularly at the minute a very physical player. He can very much grow into that.
And
I'm sure. But as you say, he's a prospect for the future. And right now, the fact that he's doing this in these games is really exciting. And I'm excited to see him in more Europa League games.
Yeah, definitely. I just hope he gets a run because it's fun watching him. We obviously watched him score against Forest last week, and he's an exciting player. He gets people excited, and we're excited about him. So long may it continue.
Absolutely. And then the first of the substitutes, Pepe. It was a theme on right wing tonight that the right wingers just didn't have a very good game. Pepe came on and was again really underwhelming. It's £72 million. People are going to start talking about that. He was just basically similar performance to Maitland-Niles. He got in shooting positions a few times. and even when he wasn't in a good shooting position, he still shot.
Yeah, I just don't think the ball's falling for him at the moment, and I think his confidence has taken a bit of a dip, and he's sort of analysing himself publicly, and he's sort of questioning himself publicly, which is good to see in a way as well. But he just needs a little break in terms of having the luck fall on his side. Yeah. When the ball comes to him in the box, it's not stuck between his feet; it's actually teed up, and he can maybe have a shot, because every shot he's had so far has been blocked. Yeah. So he just needs to adapt to English football basically a little bit more, and he will. I'm sure he will. So there's like you say, there's so much more to come from him. Yeah. But I mean, what'd you give him?
You see, I gave him a 5. Same as
Maitland-Niles,
and you probably could have gone lower on Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
You see him a few times. He gets in scoring, not scoring positions, maybe shooting positions, and he's just very hesitant. He pulls the trigger back, and he just sort of waits a second. It's not as fluid as, say, Aubameyang. Basically.
Yeah, it's almost like he's thinking about it, whereas it should come instinctively, and it probably did come instinctively when he was at Lille before. So it'll just come. It's got to. Yeah, it's going to click eventually.
He's got to hope that it doesn't have that sort of where it goes on, and he starts sort of really gets in his head. Really, that's the worry. But I'm sure he will get there.
Yeah, absolutely. But even if it does, 2 or 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is, it's his first season. He's going to be given time through the sort of fee he commanded, and the fact he's a really good player. Yeah. And we know he's a good player. So. And
you've got to remember as well, against Liverpool, he was the first player in I don't know how many games, a lot of games, who turned Van Dijk. That was one of the stats that was around then. And he did actually. He was a real handful against Liverpool. I know he should have scored, but he's promising, and he's in the same category for me as. Even though his price tag, as Nelson and Willock, he's got to be given time to sort of come into the side. Yeah,
I'd like to think he's on a far higher level than those two. But in terms of performances, I mean, he's probably been grouped in. Although to be fair, those two performances were better than his tonight again. Yeah, so, but he just needs time. He'll be fine, and then he can kick on basically. Yeah. So
Then Guendouzi came on, 7 I gave him. It was a solid game, didn't really have much to do, did he?
Yeah, he just came on for a few minutes basically. Leave it
not
that
much
really.
To say, really. And then Aubameyang as well, which was quite a strange decision, I thought. Really unnecessary.
Yeah. Arsenal 4-0 up, cruising 17 minutes to go. He's not come back from injury. He's been scoring loads. He's absolutely on fire. He's Arsenal's talisman up front. Arsenal's talisman arguing throughout the side. No need to play him really. I mean, obviously if he'd got a goal, it would have been his 50th, and everyone can sort of jump up and down and celebrate. But at the same time, if he'd have picked up a knock or any sort of injury, imagine a stick Emery would have got, and imagine how damaging that would have been to Arsenal Football Club as well. So it was a strange decision, and a lot of people saying that on Twitter as well. I'm not sure you can work out Unai Emery all the time, and it'd be interesting to see why he actually brought Aubameyang on. But maybe Aubameyang just wanted to play, and maybe back in the day,
momentum,
in years gone by, a big character, a big centre forward, an important centre forward, they would have played because they wanted to play. But then everyone played every game every week, basically, and we were at a different stage now. But it was a strange decision. Thankfully, he got away with it. Didn't score, but let's move on to Sunday, and hopefully we'll get his half century at the Emirates.
There was that moment in Frankfurt. We were in the away end in Frankfurt, and there was that moment where he had a knock and he sort of went down, and it was quite worrying, wasn't it? And it obviously got up and it was fine, but you would have thought Emery would have been scared by that. So,
excellent.
Yeah, well,
we're just being moved on.
We're about to be moved on. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like if you did enjoy it, and also subscribe. Lots more match content coming. We've got a vlog from Manchester that you can go and watch that we really enjoyed putting together, didn't we? And comment below any your player rankings basically.
Obviously it's a new issue of Gooner.
New issue of Gooner's out.
Go and buy it. Obviously subscribe to Gooner Fanzine TV as well. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Cheers.